What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys the second part of my two-part story time about my DL, yet not homophobic, but kind of, not misogynist, but just hates femininity in men. So, yeah, but this is the second part where whenever he, DM'd me after 3 months after I broke up with him. So yeah, pretty much. I guess he found me from the same server. I guess I don't really know because I don't even know how he found me, so I can't even tell you. Sorry, but anyway,
it's time.
like I said in my first video, he first DM'd me on his other account, January 3rd. This was February 11th.
Sure, $2,000. Count 1 for the battery on the law enforcement officer.
You got mail.
Count 2.
Anyway, he's like, yo, it took me so fucking long to find you. At least I did. Wake up. Wake up. Answer, I have something to say. And then on February 12th, he said, wakey, wakey. I said, I'm here. He said, oh, I said, hi. You may not know me, but I know you. Don't ask how. But he said, don't ask how. I said, how? He said, did I just say not to ask? But like, no shake, or if you be like, oh, I know you, but you don't know me, don't ask me how. I'm gonna ask. Like, what do you mean you know me, but I don't know you? I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna definitely be asking. No shade, cause girl. Anyways, he said, I think you dated my brother before. And I said, who's your brother? He said, let me show you real quick. Okay, this little clanker. Like I said in my last video, I obviously I can say it, cause I mean, but like, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube or just to get monetization. So, yeah. But anyways, he said, this little clanker. I said, bye, I did. He said, oops, so you did. Damn. I said, how'd you know? He said, because he talk a lot about you. And I replied to him, he said, so you did? I said, yes. And I said, damn, still? What did he say? He said, we not going to talk about that because I want you. And again, like I said in my last video, this was him. The whole time it was him. And you will hear about how he limited himself, but that's later. Anyways, he said, because I want you. I said, no, please, I'm nosy. He said he wants you back and shit. We was fighting, but he over that right now, and I want you. And I said, oh, for real? And then I replied to when he said he wants you back. I said, he still wants me G's, and he said he never wanted me and that I was ugly. And, okay, first of all, I'm saying this, like, at this point of time, I wasn't just playing along. I genuinely thought that this was his older brother. And honestly, I don't even know if he does have an older brother or if he was just lying. But this was when I didn't know that he was just posing as a potential older brother. I actually thought that this was his older brother. Anyways, on the 15th, he said, we want to talk about so whatever you want. Well, what else does your brother say about me? Is there nothing? Why do you care? Do you still want him or something? If you do, just say so. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? But the thing is, like, girl, if your ex is quote unquote talking about you, yeah, I want to know. But how this is my first ex. Well, like I said, he's not technically my first. I technically did have a relationship with a girl in first grade, but like, girl, it don't really count because I was in first grade. So, yeah, I mean, well, we see how I turned out anyway. So, but anyways, and I said, I'm just curious because yeah, I'm curious. And I said, no, everything I knew about him was a lie. And he said, oh no, just the dick pics. I was lying about him being 13. He's 15. I said, so you're lying to me too. Also, and I know it makes no sense when I said no, everything I knew about him was a lie. That's because I think I probably just cut out with all the filler and stuff. So I thought that was the filler, but you know, I don't really feel like going back to go find it. So sorry, boogies. Anyways, I said, so you lied to me too. My brother was like, I should stay out of your family. He said, okay. And yes, my brother did say that. He did say, you should already stay out of that family. You know, Shay? He told his little one, like, you not that bitch and all that, but you still that little one thing, like that one thing. Like, he told a little sad, I'm not gonna lie. And then I replied to him, he said, okay. I said, is that all you have to say? He said, what the fuck you want me to say? Sorry. It's like, first of all, you being quite aggressive for someone who wants me. You want me. You're all like, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. But you're being quite aggressive, sir. Calm down. Calm down. Like, girl, you're being awfully aggressive. Anyways, I said, I mean, yeah, you're the one who wants to be in a relationship, but you're lying. This is not a good way to start a relationship. And yes, it's not. Anyway, he said, no. But like, I don't remember what he said. Oh, he said, I mean, you can have my brother. I said, I don't want that, Clanker. He said, why? I said, and now I don't know what to believe about you. And he said, Clanker, I lied about Kay, not me. I probably when he said why, I said because he be trying to get me not to be feminine, and was just really egotistical. Okay, now I get it. He said type shit. What the fuck is that? I said, and I replied to when he said he lied about Kay, and I said still lying. And then I said, I replied to when he said what the fuck is that, and I said what? So I didn't know obviously, but he replied to me when I said still lying. He said I don't give a fuck, and then he replied to me when I said what? Like he was like the feminine thing, which first of all. You're not 17. Well, how old are you maybe right now? Probably 16, I guess. I think, probably. So it's like, but you're 16, you don't know about fucking feminine. Well, he probably know right then, but then you're 15, but still, you're 15, you know what being feminine is? And there was times after he called me slow, too. So it was like, that was like in the filler and stuff, so that's why, you're probably not gonna see it, but like, he called me slow stuff before, but like, you're calling somebody slow, but you don't even know what being feminine is? Unless you're just playing dumb, but it was just like... Anyways, I said, you don't know what feminine is? He said, no, what the fuck? I don't know. Is that a type of gay shit? What the fuck type of name is that? But just like, come on, like, you're not slow. Well... Anyways, I said, like, being good. I said, oh, hell no, what the fuck? Clanker, ain't no way. No mean shit, but you acted girly? And he said, yeah. Why? And then he said, why? But you see me with makeup before. I thought you knew, because I mean, yeah, like if he so much knew about all this about me or whatever, like if you see me with makeup on before, because that's why you see like wigs. I didn't do wigs yet. Actually, I did do wigs, but I just don't know why because they was a little old. But yeah, well, they wasn't old, but they've been through it. That was when I didn't know how to take care of wigs back then. Anyways, I said, but you see me with makeup on before. I thought you knew. He said, I thought you was doing that for fun. Bro, whose makeup you got on? Your mom's? Does you know about this? I think he was saying, does your mom know about this? But whatever. I said mine, because that's my makeup. Because, I mean, if you know anything about mine, we are not even close to the same shades of anything. So, I replied to when he said I was doing that for fun. I said no. He replied to me when I said it was mine. And he said, wow. And then he said, why are you buying makeup? How you finna pull? And first of all, like I said, I think in my last video, if you know anything about me, girl, that's all I'm gonna say. You can do that information that you will. Anyways, he said, yo, you up, Clanker? And I replied to him when he said, why buy makeup? And I said, because I want to and I can't. Because, yeah, bitch, who the fuck are you? You are not my boss at all. Anyways, I replied to him when he said, how you finna pull? I said, I already do. Cause, and I replied to him when he said, you up, Clanker? And I said, I am now. And he replied to me when I said, I already do. And he said, who's supposed to you? Which, first of all, like, you don't know them. Like, I'm not gonna introduce you. First of all, he wasn't even my name. I didn't even want him because he said that he was 17. And at the time, I was 15. So it was like, I'm saying like I'm not 16 right now. But like, he said that he was claiming to be 17 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you a little too old because, yeah, if I'm 15, I want to date someone who's about to be 18. No shit. But, yeah, we wasn't even together anyway. But even if we was together, do I really have to introduce to you? I guess I can go see why a guy would want that. But also, I don't know, but God, we wasn't even together. So like, why would I need to introduce? Why would I need to show you my DMs to show you proof that man want me? The fact, like, and then again, like I said, you wanted me. Well, I'm just saying, like, pretend like this was actually the case of him actually being his brother, whatever. But not even him too. Like, you wanted me. You DM'd me. I did not DM him. Like I said in my first video, he DM'd me first after he was all saying, "Oh hell no," when someone said I'm a Victoria's Secret model. I didn't DM for him first. He DM'd me. So it's like you DM'd me, got with me, all that yada yada yada, knowing damn well I'm a fat boy, knowing damn well I wear makeup. So you saying all this who like a fucking owl whole time, you the who. Bitch, the fuck? Anyways, I was like many men do. I have plenty of clinkers in my DMs. He said, sure, buddy. They probably just desperate. And like, really? Anyways, well, was you desperate too? Because again, like I said, he was all saying, I want you, I want you, I want you. Me and my brother was arguing about you. I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. Like, I look at something pretending like this is like actual scenario that he actually was an older brother, for real. I was, yeah. But if that really was the case, so that means you were arguing about me for what? Again, you are also a part of the group that was in my DMs. So basically, are you saying that you're desperate too? Anyways, I replied to him. He said, "Sure, but I said I'm not being a liar like you, and yes, I'm not being a." Here got my eye. I said no, and yes, I was not being a liar like him. You know, so I only lied once. Just like you want. And first of all, just to let you guys know, it was not one time. But anyways, I said it was not once, and he said yes, it was. I said lying again. Whatever, don't talk to me again. And he said, why not? Scroll emoji. And I said, well, no, I'm definitely not getting with you. I think he was talking about being DL or something. I think it was like before this, he was talking about how he was DL. And one thing I know, and I think a lot of gay people know, don't get with DL men. If you want to do something with DL men, just either do it to improve your flirting skills, or talk to him to, you know, get down and dirty. But like, you don't really talk to a DL man, like for real, like a date. Anyways, he said, why would you get with me? No, I'm playing. I want you to. I am a DL though, but I want you. I'm not like the other DLs. And first of all, you know, if anyone, listen to any of my audience out there, my gay audience, my women audience, my straight women audience, my whole audience, whatever you are into. If a man or a woman says I'm not like all these other people, most likely they are. Most likely they are. Like, if anybody's like, I'm not like these other girls, I'm not like these other guys. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Just because if you weren't like these other people, why would you really feel and be like, I'm not like them? I promise I'm not like them. Like, right.
I hope this helps.
Anyways, he said, I think he also called me a dumb fuck. I don't remember when, but he did call me a dumb fuck. I think it was, oh no, because he was saying like he didn't really know what DL meant. I was like, look it up, like whatever. And he was like, I was joking, dumb fuck. And first of all, who the fuck you talking to? Like, anybody? Two, like, if you're trying to get me, you think that's the way to get to me? And I said that too. I said, so you think the way to get to me is to call me a dumb fuck? And yes, like, you think that's how to get to somebody? And then, and I replied to him when he said, I'm not like the other deals. I said, you are that. Because, yeah, like I said, if someone's all like, I'm not like so, yes, they are. And he replied to me when I said, so you think the way to call me, the way to get to me to call me a dumb fuck, and he said, can't take a joke? And it's like, no, it's not no can't take a joke. You just don't call somebody a dumb fuck if you're trying to date them. Like, anyways, he replied to me when I said, you are, then he said, no, I ain't. I couldn't even tell my brother was a DL. You go even know if I am if I didn't tell you. But like, that has nothing to do with like being like, that makes no sense. Like, being like, well, you want to be able to tell a DL or not? Like, there's masculine gay men out there, and I mean like masculine gay men that are out. Like, there's masculine gay men that are out the closet, that are not DL, but are openly gay. Like, not bisexual, gay. So like, it's not like, oh, you want to be on sale, you want to be on sale. Like, bitch, what? Anyways, I said, Evelyn, you ruined the little chance you had. And he said, I can still get it back. I hope. Let's just start this over. And I said, no, you can't. And, well, yeah, because all the things that you was doing, girl. I'm sorry, but anyways, he tried starting it over. He was like, what's good, shawty? Stop playing hard to get. And I said, I'm not. I just don't want you. He said, why? I said, because I don't. He said, alright, bro. I know you do. You want me before. Why don't you want me now? Because I'm a DF. First of all, why am I lying? I'm not saying I am. I said, I replied to him and he said, you want me before, why not now? I said, because feelings can change. And I replied to him when he said, I know you do. I said, I don't. And then he replied to me when I said, because feelings can change. He said, I can also change. And I replied, I said, yeah, okay, because, I mean, people think, I can change. No, the fuck they can't. People will change when they want to change. Most people will not change with somebody. They will change when they want to change. But anyway, I said, yeah, okay. And he said, so like, he'll start over. I said, tell me why I should. He said, because I'm never nice. I didn't give you money. Could. And I said, I don't want your money. Because, girl, no shade. Well, no shade. I could have been like, yeah, no shade. Because I definitely got myself some bank. No, I definitely could have. But I was trying to act like I'm mad, like, or whatever, but I definitely could have. I could have myself a little man, but like, with getting some money, like, well, I mean, if you would take it anyways, I guess a little half worth anyway. Anyways, so you know what, whatever, I'm done trying, buying. I said, that's what I'm trying to get you to do, school emoji, because, yeah, like, if you, like, take a hint, Bookie, like, take a fucking hint. I'm clearly not trying to get with you. I'm clearly trying to get you to leave me alone. Like, take a fucking hint. Anyways, I said, I'm not moved or gagged. And he said, you're not moved? The fuck does that mean? I said, don't worry about it, because, I mean, whatever. Like, just don't worry about it, because I didn't feel like explaining myself. Especially not to know me and the fuck I look like. Anyways, he said, okay, so long sucker, Mr. Clanker. He sent a picture of, I'll go say his little brother, but literally himself. But anyways, don't you? Then after he said, don't you? I said, no, you must want me to, because you keep bringing me up. And I think that's when I started to get suspicious, because I was like, because like he kept bringing up like opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. He stayed bringing himself up. So it's like, yeah, like, I was like, you really want me to? And I was like, why does he want me to want his brothers? Because he always asks, he's like, you want my younger brother? You want him? You must want him. It's okay if you want him. And I was like, at first I was like, no, I really don't. But then like, I started thinking, I was like, why the fuck does he want me to want him this bad? Like, why is he asking me this many times? Why is he like, you want him, huh? Like, why does he want me to basically like confess that I want him? And I was like, it's almost like they're the same person. And I was like, yeah. The math is mathing now. Yeah. Anyways, he said, I do, but you don't want me. I don't know why. I don't know why he I don't know if he misread it or what, but he replied to me when I said, you must want me to, because you keep bringing him up. And he said, I do, but you don't want me. I don't know why. I'm a nice ass clinker. And I don't know if he misread it or what, but anyways, I said, you weren't nice to me. And then I replied to him and he said, I do. And I said, why? Like, why you want me to want him? Yeah, I think he wants to misread it, whatever. But anyways, he wrote to me and said, you weren't nice to me. He said, I play a lot. Which calls one a dumb fuck is not playing. Like, when you're trying to, like, okay, if you're trying to get with somebody and, like, they don't know you and stuff, like, he DM'd me on the 14th. Let me go back and see. If I'm not mistaken, it was the 14th. Okay, well, it was the 11th. Yeah, it was the 11th, but it was at most a week. Like, you still, like, you knew me for, like, no, when did he call me a dumb fuck? So, okay, well, that was the same day this whole thing happened. Well, I don't remember the same day, like I said, I actually deleted it, but it probably wasn't the same day, but still, like, that's about, like, 6 days-ish, so, but still, like, you barely even know somebody for a week, and you're calling them a dumb fuck. Like, we're not together, we never played with each other, like, you don't know how we play, like, what? anyways, he replied to me when I said why do you want me to want him? And I said because you fine as fuck. Yeah, that's what I meant. And that's what I meant. He probably misread it. He said actually never mind. I can't be lying like this. You ugly as hell, fam. Plus I'm the same guy you was dating. And I was like, oh wow, really? I don't think I said that. I probably I think I just ignored him until he hit me up a couple days later saying something, hello or hi or something. But I mean, he stay hitting me up. Like I'm just thinking, like he stay hitting me up. I mean, he don't hit me up no more. But I'm just saying, like then, like he stay hitting me up. He stay saying some hi and stuff. Like bitch. And then he started saying he was straight, whatever. He was trolling. Bitch, you wanted me bad. Like, you wanted to be, you kept saying some hi. You kept saying some hello. Every day. Like, you was also, hey, hello. Like, bitch, you wanted me bad. But, like, anyways, that's the end of this video. And, well, that's the end of the story time. Which is the end of this video. But, yeah, like I said, it's the end of the story time / video. Yeah, so I told y'all it was messy as fuck, didn't I? But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll also go to my description and go fill out my confession form and my Q&A form. Please, I need some confessions and Q&A questions. Please. My birthday video did not cut it enough, girl. Like, that I only have 4 Q&A confessions and like a couple more confessions. Like, I need more. Please. But anyways, yeah, so go fill those out, like, comment, subscribe, you know. Be queen for the queen. And yeah. So thank you for watching and I love you.
You know I love you, boo.